Hello and happy gaming, everyone. My name is Dark Sage Walker. If it sounds like I just crawled out of bed, basically, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. See? Proof positive. Just got out of bed. Hold on, let me grab a drink here. Here we go. Sparkling ice strawberry lemonade. Not a paid promotion, but oh so good. This'll help. Look at that. Feeling better already. Alright, so first of all, I want to say to those of you that have been supporting the channel, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to continuing to sustain some growth on the channel because I enjoy gaming, I enjoy entertaining, and I enjoy getting to spend time with a lot of you, so thank you very much for that. I also just noticed, what is this? What is this the new norm for the paintings that show up on the walls in the Chaos Trials? Just a star on a cardboard paper? Like, what? That'd be Tagboard Dark Sage. Oh, yeah. Anyways, let's get into what today's build is. We're going with the Hope Robe, but mostly because it does just a little bit of everything, but also it has an 8% run speed bonus, which is kind of the theme of today's run. We're going to be using extreme run speed. So we're starting with the Equestria Cap, which is a little bit different, I know. But the reason why that's going to be such a thing for this run, hold on. The reason why that's going to be a thing for this run is because I'm using all Arcana that require good positioning. Like Ignition Drive, it's a wave-based spell that, yeah, you can just fire it at a distance, but if you can find a safe way to get in, and I figure run speed is one of the better ways to do that, you get way more damage out of it. Same with Frost Fan, and of course we've all seen Radiant Blast before, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Using run speed for good positioning and avoiding enemy attacks. Now, there is the possibility that this could backfire horribly, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Hold on. Maybe I should also go get myself something to eat while I'm thinking about it, but nah. Oh. There we go. There we go. It's a good first room. Short, sweet, and to the point. You know, I'm sure some of you are looking at this build going, it looks like you're having a hard time controlling your movement speed. To which I say, sure. All it is that I'm having a hard time stopping when I want to, that's all. Alright, so I don't have anything I want to give to you right now. We're going to head north, and we're going to find stuff, and we're going to be happy, we're going to move on with our you know. So, the thing here that's probably going to be the most interesting is probably going to be either Pandemic Pouch or Evening Gloves. Mostly because this is just a bonus to my signature charge. And you know, I see nothing wrong with getting to your signature spell even faster. There we go. Other things that would be very useful to this build, getting upgrades to both Radiant Blast and Ignition Drive would definitely be a bonus. There we go. That was a Chaos Gem, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, was that a spear? Oh, you're a little too slow, sir. Sonic Speed! Oh, I'm sorry for that voice crack, that was embarrassing. Surprise! Walls are only a suggestion for me. Guys, should have thought about that before you enacted that plan. Then again, is it really possible to be like, what if our enemy only has to acknowledge that walls exist without having to listen to the rules of physics? Like, can we plan ahead for that? A lot of them going, I don't know, that sounds difficult. Well, I would be an idiot not to buy Bouncing Bubble. And I will put that on right bumper because for some reason that's what I'm used to. Whee! Okay. Hey, real honestly, how many people can even prepare for that? And you're looking at about the right group of people. It'd be Wizard. How did you get behind me? No, seriously, you were like in massive hit stun. How did you get behind me? Boing 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 boing. Ha! Ching 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 ching. Magitech armor. All right, now we have the South to contend with. Which, I mean, that sounded funny. It almost sounded like we were talking about, you know, 1800s America, but no. I'm just talking about, you know, I go this direction now. We all know our own history, yeah? Some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. You know, to an extent, that's okay, but it helps to know a little bit about global history. And let's just say that 1800s America is not the best time in the world. Especially for people of my persuasion. What, for entertainers? No, I mean for black people, damn it. But it would also be very disingenuous of me to suggest that it was just the American slave trade that was the biggest problem for black people at that time. One of the biggest problems for black people, and a lot of people don't want to talk about this, is, especially in today's social climate, was actually other black people. I know. As crazy as it is to think, they were actually probably other fellow Africans were probably the biggest contributors to continuing the slave trades. And here I am trying to give a goddamn history lesson on a gaming channel and then doing very poorly at the actual gaming. God, what's wrong with me? I am not here to try to make people feel bad or offer intense social commentary. That having been said, if you do learn something from these videos, then hey, more power to you. This is just me talking, essentially. Anyways, let's pivot away from kind of a darker subject matter. Get back to having some fun. That's what we're all here for. We're currently living in a world full of darker subject matter. And unfortunately, it's matter that we have a hard time seeing. Ha ha ha! Virus humor! You know, a lot of people going, God, Darkseid is really insensitive. What is wrong with you? Well, let me ask you this. What's wrong with me? How about, I don't know, one of the best ways to get through a crisis is to have a sense of humor about it. That doesn't mean ignore the crisis, of course. But it does mean maybe don't get so easily offended by just simple humor. Hello, Nocturne. I don't want to give up Ignition Drive to have a chance at whatever it is you'd be peddling, so I will not do that. Now, there is a way that I would come back to that I would come back to solicit Nocturne services. But it's a pretty specific thing that needs to happen, so I guess we'll see. But if if just by chance Iris is selling the ignition drive upgrade, then what I can do is actually go give Nocturne the ignition drive, get another Arcana, and then freeze. Yeah, I'm a cop. And then come back and buy the ignition drive upgrade, because just because I lose it for some reason doesn't mean it goes away. I mean from Iris's shop. Obviously it goes away from my inventory. Hey guys, over here. There we go. Alright, starting to do better. Token of Elegance. Well, you know I'm going to buy that. That's like almost automatic. If you see the Token of Elegance, you just buy it, because you know that the next mystery portal you come across, on the next level of course, is going to be just a free outfit upgrade, and that is baller. Unfortunately, no. That dream did not come to pass, but I could always replace it with Engulfing Fissure. I hope none of you thought that was a serious suggestion. Engulfing Fissure is probably the worst spell in the game. Like, I talk a lot of garbage about other spells, like especially in the last episode where I talked a lot of crap about Obsidian Splitter, which, yes, I still think that it's it's pretty much objectively the worst. Hey. The worst basic in the game? Oh yeah. Whoops. Ooh, Thesis on Defense. Don't mind if I do. Sorry, so I do think it's still objectively the worst basic in the game, but there are ways to make it better. There's ways to make Earthen Knuckles better. What out there exists like that for Engulfing Fissure? Can you maybe like give it a belly rub and make it feel better about itself? It's like, no, I'm sorry, but you don't just get a participation trophy. You actually have to prove your worth to me. There we go. So if it isn't abundantly clear, the Chaotic Rift is probably one of the best tools you have for repositioning, mostly because it's a very instantaneous movement, which of course you choose to not use when you're being stabbed by a spear. I mean, everyone knows that. That's just Chaos Trials 101. You just get stabbed by all the spears. I did buy the evening gloves. Okay, good. What do you do? Signature charges faster at low health. I'm hoping I don't need that, but gain gold when taking damage. Okay, that's pointless. I will buy that because I feel it's going to be investing in my future. Now, not the next floor, because the next floor is the Zeal fight, but the floor after that will be losing Token of Elegance, so we essentially have 5 relics. We need 7 more to have a full suite, and hopefully we get ones that are decent. I see you there, Atlas. Staring at me with those big puppy dog eyes. With that Nice barrel chest and your huge muscles. Dark Sage, this is starting to sound almost erotic. Look, I may not necessarily like the guy's stage, but there's nothing wrong with promoting the idea that he does lead a healthy lifestyle. Ow. I derped. Whee! 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 I am he who goes whee! Whee! I mean, okay, I was talking a big game about some spells that require good positioning, so yeah, let's actually practice what I preach. Plus, it'll be good against the Wonder Twins. You know, Dark Sage, I'm pretty sure they're called the Thunder Twins. I friggin' know what I friggin' said. My lemonade decided to say hello. Ow. Okay, guys, you're not supposed to prove what bad positioning looks like against me. I'm supposed to prove what good positioning looks like against you. Get that? Oh, hello. They interrupted my frost fan. Jerks. Oh. Okay, well that room was interesting. So Shattering Strike is obviously a move that has a bit of a spread to it, but the reason why that move to me is one that demonstrates good positioning is because it, again, does a lot more damage at him if you can get in close with it. Just like Frost Fan, just like Ignition Drive, these are all spells that, with proper positioning, earn you greater reward. Alright, was your last name Highwind? Because that was a jump. There, Seville. Alright, so let's go ahead and give you this Token of Elegance. Alright, everything is better, including my already somewhat unwieldy run speed. Yeah, another 4% to my run speed, so I now run exactly another 4%. Oh, look at that. Unicorn Disguise, so now... Okay, so we now have a plus 22% run speed, and if you thought things were difficult to maintain before, oh buddy, just you wait. And yes, we will take the Token of Health because I can give that to Dr. Song, and get myself something of interest. And yes, I did see that Shiva's water bottle there. I am interested because I'm currently rocking multiple... Get out of my face. Multiple water-based Arcana. And I feel as though that would be a big help, especially for Frost Fan. See, here's the thing. I'm now super fast and super colorful. And you can't possibly say that there's anything wrong with that, can you? And I reach my max speed in exactly the amount of time it takes to say bleh. Bleh. See? That's not even a word. No, it's not. That's exactly the point. You have about enough time for one syllable, and then my man is like, "All right, let's book it." Oh, and Radiant Blast. Charged Blast deals extra damage and stuns for a longer duration. Kaboomy! Oh, look at that. Oh, it's lovely electric fireworks. Come on, guys. What's with the bad fire? Oh, look at you. Look at you, all by yourself. Poor baby. Alright, so the boss chamber is going to be over here. Yes! Sonic, eat your heart out. See, this is what a liberal application of a haste spell would look like. Because it's not just about running really fast. Like, let's look at it from a D&D perspective. The haste spell gives you a better initiative, so you have a better chance to get in on your enemies and get some damage done. And plus, it makes you harder to hit because you're moving faster. And this is basically what having the haste spell on would look like. There we go, 129 damage, see? Shattering Strike. It's Shattering Strike. Alright, I was having a hard time coming up with a motto. Give me Shiva's water bottle. Alright, and how is that going to be an extra 12% damage to water-based Arcana, which won't manifest immediately with the bouncing bubbles, but with the Frost Fan, an extra 12% will probably do something. Alright, so we now have 8 relics, and that'll go down to 7 because I'm going to give Dr. Song that token of health. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, you're talking a big game about proper positioning, but how does that apply to the bouncing bubbles? No, because that helps you get proper positioning. There we go. You know, I was just thinking to myself, boy, I haven't seen any Earth Elemental enemies. This version of Atlas's floor is going to be really easy. And then they're like, did someone call us? Hang on, we were on break. Let's go see what's going on here. Who said Earth Elemental enemies? And I was like, oh, no one. Piss off. You can't keep up with Wee Man! Oh, maybe you can, but it doesn't matter. Aha! Wee Man's gonna chew you up and spit you out. Don't mess with me, Barb. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No! There we go. Problem is, this is like the third or fourth dead end I've come across. Maybe we could actually find the way forward now. Woo! Yeah, I don't know what was up with the first floor. I guess all the Earth Elemental enemies were on their Union break. And then all of a sudden I said something and they're like, oh yeah, we should probably get back to work. Alright, what do you have over here? So I've got a few things that are projectile based, so that couldn't hurt. It's the smallest of bonuses to my critical hit rate, but it's not bad. What are you? It's not exactly melee. melee and focus, but not for the game's purposes. I am gonna buy that. Alright, no guys, no you don't. This is not your let's dunk on Darkseid moment. It sure looked like it, yeah, that is why you fail. Would you like to donate that token of health for my research? For science! Elixir of Might? What does that do? Increases all damage based on how healthy you are. Dr. Song! You have given me the keys to the kingdom. Dude, I keep telling everybody, Dr. Song, best girl. That and she's super intelligent. She's thoughtful and smart. You gotta get out of here. There we go. Yeah, I don't want that. All right, so we only actually got one relic up, but I mean that's big. That's Elixir of Might is so good, especially if you're like me and you never get hit. Heyo, Darkseid. I'm pretty sure that's a joke. Thank you. That was exactly the point. Ah! No, no poison. No poison. Ow. See, I never get hit. What was that thing I saw happen to you earlier? It wasn't me getting hit. That was, a sneeze. Teleport, teleport. Ow. God, I hate that. Okay. So is that also not getting hit? You know what? Shut up. Thing is, it's still a damage boost because, frankly, Elixir of Might is amazing. It's amazeballs. The other really good thing you can get from Dr. Song is the critical placebos, which is basically just... Hello, that was quick. All roads lead to here, apparently. Which, essentially, it's just plus 12% to all critical hits. Now, originally, what it did was... so Ignition Drive. Oh, why... Did that fucker just interrupt my Ignition Drive? God, rogues suck. By the way, what I turned down was the double-edged cestus. Increase basic Arcana damage, all other damage decreased. So, you know. On runs that focus heavily on your basic, like Fueled Berserk runs, that's amazing to have. God, I hate these bladed guys. Hold on. Oh, look who's stuck down in the spikes. No, I'm not making fun of you or anything, it's just how convenient. So, I know what I said about Journal of Midas last time, but I already have one gold gain. Increased movement speed every time an Arcana is used. Speed is increased for each Arcana on cooldown. Yeah, what the hell. But no, I already have one Arcana that's doing me good work for gold gain. I don't need too many more. Oh. Pay attention to what's on cooldown, stupid. Sucker. Oh, it's this room again. It's the warehouse. It's basically the room you walk into and you'd be like, yeah, I'm looking for this. Which, no, is not. I'm looking for Line Shock Agents and Thunderseekers. I'm not looking for that at all. Alright. So, getting a little beat up now, but I mean, I expect that when I reach the 3rd floor. Oh, yes, please, and thank you. And I'm very tempted to buy this, but I'm not sure. This is not exactly something that requires great positioning. Which is not the only reason why I'm considering not buying that. I'm just not sure how well it synergizes with my build, honestly. Oh, you're still... I mean, okay, pay your debt on the honor system. I have no problem with that. Wee Man will also cheer for you when you fall down a pit. Ow. Whee! 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 Perfect. It's like I never took damage. Except I took a bunch of it. Carelessness. There we go. Alright, so while I was thinking about it, I talked myself into it. I will buy Dragon Blast. And I will use it over Ignition Drive for right now. I may change my mind on that later. Let's also go buy a Health Potion. Actually, let's save the Health Potion until after the mini-boss. Who will be Counter-Rogue, because, you know, if you were tired of rogues before, this is definitely gonna help. Okay, Mr. Archer, you need to just get that. Alright, yeah, that fight was not good for me. So let's go ahead and heal up. There you go, it's looking a lot better. See? No problem at all. God, 268 damage, what the hell. Little lapses in judgment and... Oh, hi. The keepers of the bookshelves are here to remind you to return your overdue library books. Hello, Taffy. You know, little Fortnite mascot in training. Okay, so maybe I should try that without... Almost. Hey, move. There we go. There we go. Alright, anything good? Wow, that's another garbage Arcana. I mean, you know, I'm glad I rose up to the challenge. It's just the prize wasn't worth it. You're a terrible pinata. You're terrible. Terrible. I'm just kidding. You're an okay pinata. It's just someone stuffed you with very bad prizes. I would have preferred candy and cookies. Perfect. Punish the shit out of that Tesla coil. Better watch out or I'm gonna bounce bubbles off of you. Ruthless. And another charged Frost Fan, because Evening Gloves are now actually a good relic. Yes, they were in the game before, but they weren't always a good relic. Woo! Almost knocked myself into the pit. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And I feel it's a little silly because I put in all that effort just for you to, you know, blast yourself, but... Sweet. That's another one of the things I love about bouncing bubbles. You just set it and forget it. Oh. Arrows don't hurt. What are you talking about? Welcome, that one guy keeps complaining about an arrow to the knee. That is a dead meme. Why are you bringing that up? Oh, you jerk. I mean, yeah, I guess you're demonstrating good positioning, but I'm supposed to be the one demonstrating that, not you. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. There we go. And, oh god, the room is still going. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't put that spear down my ear. Thank you. And I haven't found Anders or Iris yet. What's going on here? Well, there's Anders. What do you have for sale, good sir? I will buy this. But also reduces signature charge rate. Alright, so what I'm thinking is that I also have something that boosts my signature charge rate by 20%. Is it worthwhile to grab the pocket watch as well? Alright, I'm going to save my money for Iris, and then I'm going to come back and answer that question in a little bit. Hey, ghouls, piss off. Okay, starting to make me mad now. You wouldn't like me when I'm mad. Or maybe you would. Because you have a very strange personality and it meshes well with my anger. Well, now once again, we have a spell that goes very well with good positioning. Because, and I'm sure you've noticed a trend by now, most of these spells that I say are great for positioning are ones that you can use at mid-range but have greater effect when used at close range. So actually, I do feel as though that would be better for my particular build here. There we go. It's actually looking pretty good there. Alright, now let's go ahead and run back to Anders' shop, you know, at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Alright, so it almost evens out. I'm getting a net of minus 5% to my signature charge rate. I may decide to drop this, depending on how this fight goes. We will see. Yeah, you know what? I can work with this. Quick pop back to Anders' shop. Healing potion. We're back to full health. It's like nothing ever happened. All those scars and bruises, and that's just for show. One, two, three, four, five, six. And dropping metal plates all over the place. Oh yeah, you know what spell I missed in that combo? My, signature. Owie, owie, owie. Alright, getting kind of beat up, I admit. And a lot of, like, okay, so I've now demonstrated very poor positioning. And I'm now demonstrating how running in a circle can be super effective for your health. Alright, so that fight could have gone a lot better. Binary Splashdown. I like it, but I think I'm going to keep working with this build. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it. I like Binary Splashdown. Everyone upset Riku. There you go. You know you needed it in your life. Why are you awake but not playing with me? Look at that! Did so much damage that it actually completely reset his barrier. See, these are spells that, like I said, their whole point is that they have a conical effect, but they do so much more when you use them as a close-range shotgun blast. Actually, I guess Shattering Strike isn't conical, it's circular, but the idea remains very much the same. Owie. You know what? I had that coming. Especially since I completely missed. And apparently depth perception is for losers. And you're probably going to dash down this way. Oh, I was wrong. There we go. So this is an example of how proper positioning can net you incredibly huge amounts of damage. I probably could have also demonstrated that with Flame Fusion, which honestly might have been better than Ignition Drive, but the idea is the same. And you know what? You've seen Flame Fusion recently, so I wanted to use Ignition Drive. You're welcome. Yeah, sure, Darksage. That's something that you did specifically for us. Like, as presumptuous as it sounds, actually, yes, I did avoid Flame Fusion on purpose. It's like, I want to use a spell that they haven't seen in a while, so let me look through my old bag of tricks here. Ignition Drive, we've talked about that spell. Could it maybe see the light of day? The answer is yes. So there you go. Also, Hyperbolic Train, completely pointless. Didn't have a good reason for that. Dr. Song once again proves she's the best girl in the game. And I'm out. Thank you very much for watching. So, drop a subscribe and a like and a comment. YouTube nowadays seems to require a lot more commitment than it used to. But I enjoy doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching it. And I will see you guys again in a future video. My name is Darksage Walker, and I will be seeing you.